Well, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Manning coming to you from my home here in Columbus tonight. I want to thank all my loyal viewers for tuning in out there in YouTube land here tonight. I'm glad to have all of you here. I've just watched the Ravens play the Steelers tonight on Thursday Night Football. I'm going to address that here in just a moment. I got the news and the notes. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into it. I'm glad having all of you here with me. Baltimore Ravens fan Christina Burke said she stood between two cars beneath an underpass outside of M&T Bank Stadium. But Christina Burke wasn't hiding early Thursday evening from hiding hiding from afar. The Bel Air, Maryland resident and Baltimore Ravens season ticket holder displayed the Ray Rice jersey she wore not so much as a matter of pride, but as a show of belief in fairness and redemption. I still support Ray Rice, Burke said. At a tailgate outside of the stadium, I just don't believe one action or one mistake should define a person. Lady, he beat up his girlfriend. You need to use your brain a little bit on this one. But that's just one fan. There's probably a few more, but I'm sure. As for the game itself, Baltimore needed to pick me up after what happened to them this week. The Ravens beat the Steelers 26-6. Ben Roethlisberger was 22 of 37 for 217 yards. He had a pick tonight. Joe Flacco was only 21 of 29 for 166 yards. He had two touchdown passes. So the Ravens get their first win of the season. This was a major pick-me-up for the Baltimore organization, like I said, after what's happened with the Ray Rice incident this week. The NFL is still under scrutiny tonight because of all the shenanigans that has been caused by this whole mess. So where we stand right now, Roger Goodell is still claiming he didn't see the video until this past Monday. The NFL, I think the NFL knew what was going on because according to Ray Rice himself, he told Roger Goodell that he beat up his wife or his then fiance, whatever the case may be. So we'll have to wait and see from there what happens. I think Goodell should still resign with everything because he's under fire. All the female members of the United States Senate have called for Goodell, have called for an internal investigation. They've also called for his resignation. So we'll have to see what happens in the Congress. So we'll have to wait and see. Very quickly, I got the baseball scores for you tonight. The Yankees beat the Rays 5-4. The Pirates beat the Phillies 4-1. The Nationals beat the Mets 6-2. The LA Angels beat the Texas Rangers 7-3. Milwaukee beat Miami 4-2. The Red Sox beat the Royals 6-3 tonight. Cleveland beat Minnesota 8-2 in the first game of the doubleheader. And in the second game, Cleveland shut out Minnesota 2-0 tonight. Cincinnati beat the Cardinals tonight 1-0. The White Sox beat the A's 1-0. And San Francisco beat Arizona 6-2. Here's where we stand as far as the playoff race goes. Baltimore leads the AL East. Kansas City still has a half-game lead over Detroit. The Tigers didn't play tonight. And out west, the Angels have a 10-game lead over Oakland. The Angels' magic number to clinch the division is 7. I've just found that out just a few minutes ago before I came on the air. And also in the wild card race, Oakland and Detroit still have the two top wild card spots. Seattle's only a half game out. Toronto and Cleveland can still clinch a wild card spot. They are still mathematically in it. So we'll wait and see what happens down the road. We're getting in the middle part of September already. Hard to believe. And before we know it, it's going to be October. The World Series starts on the 21st of October. I've just found that out from Major League Baseball.com and also found out from MLB Network and ESPN are also reporting it as well. In the National League East, the Nationals lead the Braves. In the Central, St. Louis still has a 2.5-game lead over Pittsburgh. After the Reds beat the Cardinals this evening, and Pittsburgh was winners over Philadelphia tonight. And out west, the Dodgers lead the Giants by 2. The two wild card spots still belong to San Francisco and Pittsburgh. Milwaukee's still a half game out, and Atlanta's now 2 games out. So keep that in mind as we go down the stretch. And finally tonight, as all of you know, today is 9/11. We honor the first responders after what happened in that terrible day 13 years ago. Folks, today was a day of remembrance. After what happened on that tragic day 13 years ago. I remember I was working in Zanesville that day. But, I just pray. It's something I think about every day. And I mean, I'm trying to put this into words where I can understand what I'm saying. I remember when I was working in Zanesville that day. I got home. I didn't see the planes crash into the Twin Towers at first. I was still working at Burger King in Zanesville, and I got home. I was just sitting there in disbelief, and I was sitting scared. Then I decided, you got to pick up the pieces and move on, Scott, because you can't think about what's happened. It's something you try to block out of your mind, but you can't. I mean, for those 4 days after the terrorist attacks, I didn't sleep a wink. I didn't sleep for 2-3 days. But it's something I think about. I try not to get emotional over something like this, but you just can't help it. And there's not a day that goes by that I think about the people that were lost on 9/11. There's not a day that goes by that I think about it every day. And anyway, my question of the night is it's a very simple question. It's a very simple question tonight. It's about the Ravens Steelers game, and I'll post this on my Facebook page in case you guys can't understand it. I'll put this question on my Facebook page, and I'll let you folks decide. Do you think tonight's Steelers-Ravens game was something that the NFL needed to move on after the Ray Rice night? Drop me a line. I would love to hear from you, even if you agree with me or even if you disagree with me. I would love to hear from you tonight. Tonight, I am dedicating tonight's show to the people that we lost on 9/11 and to all the first responders on 9/11. You guys are in my prayers. I think about you every single day. So I'm dedicating this show to you, and I just want to thank all my loyal viewers for tuning in every night that they always do. I try to keep from getting emotional, like I said, but today, it's something you can't stop thinking about. I think about every single one of those people after what's happened. But you know what? I want to thank our military for keeping us safe and defending our freedoms. You guys, and I got a brother that's a major in the Air Force. I got cousins that are in the Army. I've got family all that serve in the military. I thank all of you and all of our members of the military. God bless you, and I'm glad to have you here. And thank you for defending our freedoms. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in every week. This is Scott Manning saying good night, good luck, and thank you. And I thank you, and good night.